Hello, my dear subscribers. Sun and Moon Rising. I'm Maria.com, and I'm going to be doing a general reading for the month of July 2018 for the sign of Libra. Okay, I apologize for the inconvenience of transferring the channel, but I started doing bilingual videos, 12 each month in Spanish and 12 in English, and it was very hard. I tried it for 6 months on a trial basis to see how it worked. But it's very complicated, very exhausting to be managing 2 channels. So I decided to go back and stay with doing the 12 videos every month. As you know, I do monthly reading. I hardly do, I don't do weekly readings, but I'm going to try to do at least bi-weekly for you guys until you guys, my English community, grows a little more. And I'm going to try to do live readings at a different time to reach out to people in the overseas. I feel that I might be reaching out people in the other part of the world that understand English. But I'll see how I continue to do this. Please shoot me an email or something to tell me what region of the country you are in a specific area. If it's not in or continent, if you're in the African or any other, or Europe, just let me know that you're there so I could try to arrange time to do live readings while you guys are awake. So I usually do it at 9 o'clock at night for my Latin American people, but most of them are on this side of the country. So except I believe Spain is on the other side, and they have a different time frame. So I will be doing different times and days for my live readings in the other side of the world. But please shoot me an email. Let me know what time frame you are so I can arrange to do the videos probably at 10 o'clock in the morning opposed to 9 o'clock at night. So with that said, my dear Libras, I'm going to start your reading. To those that have been following me, I use the tarot and the oracles. To me, the oracles closes my reading, and in this case, I'm using the fairy tarot cards for the Rimborcher and Real Life Valentine. And for closing, the oracle that I'm using is the messages from your angels. And this card on the top represents the energy that you're feeling, almost similar to that foundation of, well, this is how you feel right now, what's going on with you, what's your stress is, and this is the GPS. What can you do, or what the angels telling you that they are helping you for you to do. Okay, so those cards that you see is like you may do, that's up to you depending on what the reading is all about. Also, these readings are not specifically for anybody in particular, so if it doesn't resonate with you, my specific reading, move on to another reader so he or she can have the message for you. Okay, my dear subscribers and Libra, the foundation that you have right now is the streamer or the Fool in the regular tarot, card number 0. If you guys want to attach numbers to it, you have card number 21, 15, and 20, and card 0. So remember, for those that like to play numbers, these are your numbers for this month in July. Okay, so embrace your true purpose, being a new adventure, trust yourself. So to those that are reading, maybe some of you Libra had decided to get a new job, a new career, a new dream, a new path, a new boyfriend. Maybe you're coming out of divorce and you decided to move to a new apartment, new house, whatever it is, but there is something that you're going to start from 0. So if you were in a job that you were getting frustrated or agitated or whatever it was, maybe you get a promotion and you do something else, or maybe you just go somewhere else completely, the company that you work for, or you can be going to a new department. This is that foundation. You're starting from 0 wherever your situation is right now, bottom line. Okay, and because you have 4 major arcana, you're going through changes, and this tells you that there's changes going on. See here, the next card that you have is card number 21, the World. A brilliant success the freedom to go with any direction, journey that is not complete. So you guys finish, let's say you finished, you were in a relationship or you were married, and now you decided that you divorced someone. You feel like some women I know, they celebrate divorces, men too. It's the same way as they celebrate weddings, they celebrate divorces nowadays. They feel happy that they're no longer with that person. Okay, so this is the case for a divorce situation. But if it's a job situation, you may be just going in through a new job that you've been wanting to for maybe the longest time. You feel happy about this job. Maybe I feel that some of this reading is resonated for these people that are into spring situation, which is the spring is work and career or life purpose. So with you have the 9, the 5, and the 8. Even though they're in different order, doesn't matter. With the 9 of spring, it says, protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environment and conservation. So if you're working right now, protect yourself, make sure you have enough, you save. Some people are not a good saver. That could be one of you Libras, because some Libras are one of the signs that don't save much. Okay, maybe you're learning how to save. I'm not saying you're the worst, but you're not the best. This also can say that if you're working, maybe you are the type of person that like to protect, let's say if you're the boss, you like to protect your employees. Okay, if you are I will say a mother, you might be protecting your children, your family, your parents, whatever how can I put it, whatever your role is, you're probably the protector. There is also a lot of fire energy here, so you guys may be dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, so there's a lot of fire here. So you guys, and I will not be surprised that Libra is married to Sagittarius. It's very common, or in Aries, very common. The next card that you have is the 5 of Springs. Opposing goals, assistant for different opinions, feelings at odds yourself of others, overwhelming, ambitious people. So with the 5 of Springs, to me, it's the 5 of Wands. So sometimes you might be having difficulties if this is the job. Maybe people at work is driving you bananas. Maybe they're stressing you out. Maybe you don't know what to do anymore, and sometimes you need to like speak up and maybe take it to the higher level. It could be a co-worker, it could be several ones. There is sometimes it's so much disorganization going on now in all kinds of fields and corporations that's one of the things that everybody tell me and complains about, is the disorganization that they have at work. Is either from the same co-workers to management, and a lot of times it's more management, because you guys are just told what to do and that's it. So there might be competition, fighting going on, arguments going on in certain jobs. The next card that you have is the 8 of Springs. The stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events of changes. So see, some of you might be stressed out in the job situation, like I said, because of bad management, bad organization, also other people not doing their part of their job, and nobody like really saying anything to them. And that I feel that in the medical field it happens a lot, because many hospitals hire family members, and within the same hospital, I feel in my beliefs is that should not happen. That you have in one hospital the mother, the father, the cat, the uncle, the sister, the brother, everybody works in that facility. Also, other places that may do that too is municipalities, especially in the United States. I cannot talk about other countries because I don't know how the rules are and regulations in other countries are. However, in America, it's very common that in the town and municipalities, let's say in the town where you live, you have the mayor and everybody else knows somebody, and that's how they have the job. You may have the uncle, the niece, the nephew working in within the town jobs themselves. So instead of not hiring more than 2 people from a family member, they hire like the whole entire family is working for the town. It shouldn't be like that, but that's my beliefs. Anyway, so that's the reason that maybe some of you might be having problems in some jobs. The next card that you have is the Two of Summer, and you have very close cards. So the Two of Summer is falling in love or making serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness of the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. So some of you, to the ones that have not dated for a while, you're probably going to be meeting someone in the month of July or August in the summer. Here in the United States, it's the summer. So kids are at school, you're going out, so you might be able to meet someone during this during these days that people are out. In the winter, everybody's indoors in the northern hemisphere. So others might be trying to work out their current relationship. Maybe you were having problems with your relationship, with your partner, with your lover, with your ex-lover, and now you're having problems with this relationship. So now you're gonna try to manage this relationship and work it out. Okay, I see that a lot of people, some that marry for love, are working out their relationships, and those that marry because of finances, I would say, and they base their relationship on finance, those relationships are not being saved. I feel that they're walking out of relationships, and those are the ones going through divorces. The next card that you have is the King of Summer. Honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted. A romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from heart. Getting involved in a cultural creative endeavor. So some of you might be, if you guys met somebody, you're probably going to be meeting someone that's a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, so that's for those that are either young or in the second part of their life. So to those, you may be meeting someone that's a water sign, so that's why the water sign is here. And others, they just need to be a little bit more creative, and maybe you might be looking for an advice in a relationship. So for some of you, like I said, you may have met that person that you trust. You have met someone that is very caring, loving, and what you're looking for. Maybe you just met that person and you're not going to look for that person anymore. And you're going to be involved in everything and anything. Let's say you guys like sports. You're probably going to go and watch a game together. You probably like to exercise together. You probably like to swim together. Anything that has to do with you guys getting together and just loving each other, understanding each other, and very creative about each other. Others, okay, that if you guys are not in this scenario here, you have the card number 15 and 20, which the card number 15 is about, I feel that represents the fire energy. Okay, you have the card number 15 that it says eagle. Okay, and the illusion of being trapped, planning too much importance on material items, getting caught up in the fear of worry. So some of you might be worried about finances. Some of you might be worrying about money, the job itself, whatever job you're doing. So maybe that's what your problem is, or what are your fears are. Or some of you have become so materialistically with that and remember that this energy can either be your energy, especially when it comes to major arcanas. It could be your partner's energy. Maybe you're dealing with somebody, because ego is codependency also. And some people tend to have that energy of their partner higher than their own energy. What am I saying? It's like whatever, some women and some men because this goes in general, their partners are energy. They're like, especially with some signs, Cancer, Libra, their partner's energy usually dominates them. Okay, that's the word that I want to say, domination. Not too much codependency, but they is more like a domination type of card. Remember in the in some other tarot that you have the woman being tied up, or the woman is tying up the man, something like that. So some of you might be with someone that is very dominating, and this is like the codependency, or you may be dealing with someone that is either into some kind of addictions. Remember, or you can be having addictions, Libra, because you might be, I would say, not addictions with drugs, or you might be dealing with an alcoholic person. Okay, those are the situations. Or you might be dealing with someone that uses drugs, and some people don't understand that drugs are drugs. No matter what, it changes your emotions. Some people become softly, and some of them become aggressive. So and whatever affects you, it depends on the other person's feelings and emotions, and you might be dealing with this energy, and that's why sometimes it becomes overwhelmed to you. And the last card that you get is the renewal. You say, review the past and the present so you can plan a brand new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgment of yourselves and others. So remember, this is like the devil card for some of you, and you know, at the card number 20 is actually the last judgment. So you're probably going to go into, I will say, some people will go to a spiritual retreat for themselves. Some people might start meditating to see, what have I done, where am I, and where I'm going. You might be going to a closing of a cycle, especially you have the card 21 in the beginning, and then card number 20 at the end. So you might be closing a chapter of your life. You might be closing a failed marriage. You might be closing a bad job, or you might you're closing something to start something new, and that's why you're starting from zero. See how everything rolls together. I didn't do this for the other sign, but I did it for most of it because I didn't think I needed it for Leo. But if you see the card from top to bottom, in the first week of July, you have the World, and you're very happy. Some of you are going to start a new relationship. You're starting from zero. You're starting a new relationship, and you're going from a new beginning with someone. You might be having a new contract in a new job, or the same company but a different department, or a different position in the same job. Okay, that's for some of you. Others, you have the Nine of Springs and the King of Summer. This one is saying, protect the fruits of your labor. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environment conservation. So to those, you might be working on a relationship, or you might be working on a job, and then you have a new boss, and this person that is going to be very creative. And if this is a job situation, you're going to be working with someone new, and this is a new job, this is the new career, the new job, the new if you work for yourself, you have a new contract. If this is a love relationship, you're working towards this person. Okay, you're working on a relationship with this person. If it's a relationship you already had, okay, this person could also be having changes. This person, the same way we as women change, men too. Okay, they start seeing what's up there, what's best for me, what are the things that I need to change myself. Okay, so some of you maybe are going on relationship pattern that you're going to start, or you're working on your current relationship, with children or without children. The next card that you have for the third week of July, you have the Five of Springs and the Eagle. Some of you are having conflicts. This could be a conflict with your job. Either you have the ego problem, or someone that works with you, they have ego problems, okay? Ego problems meaning sometimes they feel that they're Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, and you're wrong. And that's what has created conflicts between you and this person, or you might be the one having the ego problem, thinking that you have the last answer. But sometimes certain companies, they don't want changes. You could be right. That doesn't mean, but then some companies, they don't want changes. So some of you are having either problems with the job situation, and or if this is your relationship that you're having problems with you guys are having ego problems or codependency, meaning that you're too dependent on your man, or especially the female Libras. I will say that because I met a lot of Libras with that they depend on their men so much. And if you want to clarify this, go to your personality traits to try to change that. How can you become more independent? Okay, Libras, especially to the females that I'm talking to. And the last cards that I have here is the Eight of Springs. Stress that comes from many things. So, and this is a renewal. So now you're gonna, if this is a job, you're very stressful at work, and now you are reviewing things and renewing things to the present, so you don't make the same mistakes that you were making before. So you're going to try to do something different, so that doesn't affect too much yourself, your spiritual, your physical self being too tired. And now you're like, okay, fine, this is what I'm going to do. And some of you are working in a relationship that you're going to move on about this new relationship to bring more good future for yourself, trying to understand this person that you're with. To me, this is a person that you're with, and this is you trying not to make the same mistakes from the past and do things in a different way, because at the end of the day, this person is affecting you, stressing you out, and you're getting to the point that you're tired of fighting, you're tired of the argument, tired of going back and forth. So you're gonna, because if he doesn't do it, you're gonna have to do it. So at the end of the day, we can only change ourselves. We cannot make the other person change. And maybe if you do things differently, let's say you ignore what he says or what he does, it's gonna get to the point that he's gonna realize that he's not bothering you no more, or she's not bothering you no more, and then he's just gonna have to give up. Because it takes two people to argue and two people to fight, and the person might give up. Like I said, it could be a job or a relationship. Okay, so now we have how you feeling about this situation right now. You have the Archangel Michael. So let's see what the Archangel Michael is telling you, Libra. It says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purposes. And look, the two of them are telling you about life purpose. Review the past and the present. You can plan a bright future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgment of yourself and others. Okay, so you see the both cards are telling you about life purpose. So the additional message for this card is, I have come to you because you asked God for safety and protection, and because you asked about your life purpose. Since you are a light worker, I am overseeing the fruition of your divine life purpose. You have been a light worker for a long time, and you have felt different from others, isolated at times. Be sure that you have never been alone, and that you never will be alone. When you feel pushed to make a change at work or at home that may be influence, encouraging you to make your life purpose a high priority. I can rearrange your schedule and support you in other ways to make your path smooth and harmonious. Simply ask me and it is done. I will also help you feel safe and comfortable during your life changes. So you see, it's telling you some of you are going to go to a renewal and life changes. Okay, Libras. And the last card, which is the GPS card, that this is actually the two cards I feel is like a GPS card, is telling you to change, and it's Angel Brigette. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. So this card is saying, or this angel is telling you, additional message: you have asked for heaven's guidance and is given. The situation is not right for you. Some vital information that has been concealed, so you will need to dig deeper and ask more questions of those involved. Trust your gut feeling, since that is how I communicate with you. Remember, intuition. Please don't worry that this situation is the only opportunity available to you. It is not. There is something better waiting for you. But first, you will have to free yourself. Remember that nature abhors a vacuum, so you must create a vacuum, and then the new situation will reveal itself clearly. It takes courage and faith to leave a situation that you had vested interest in. You may feel disappointed and betrayed. That is why you must call upon your angels and help you stay strong and true to yourself. You deserve a situation that aligns with love, and you don't have to settle for anything less. So if you're dealing with a relationship that is no longer working, let it go. If you're dealing with a job that you invested so much time, some people invest 20 years in a relationship, but why are you holding on to something that you have to let it go? Maybe that's the reason why you're going to start from zero and to the new beginning. Okay, and that's why some of you are going to go into that divorce and put those papers down. Some people might just quit their job and start a new life. Whatever it is that your situation is, if it's career, love, or anything else, it could also represent a relationship that you invested a lot of time and effort. It could be a friend, it can be a female friend, a male friend. It doesn't have to be a relationship. Remember, it doesn't have to be your partner. When it comes to relationship, we have relationship with our families, closest families, extended family members. We have relationship with our friends, our significant others, our children, and our co-workers. Those are relationships. And we also have the job situation. You're either dealing with someone at work, and you may be dealing with someone at home in your inner circle. So see what is it that you're doing, Libra, and I hope this reading resonates to some of you. And if it did, thumbs up, share my video, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Send it to a friend and say, wow, look at this. This person was reading exactly what I was thinking or what I'm going through, and they might read their sign. So that's how I'm going to be able to reach others, or others who can't find me. Let's put it that way. I'm trying to reach as much as possible in my own little ways, but then there's other people that can find me. And if this reading didn't resonate with you, Libra, I apologize for that. But just go to another reader that might have your message, or you can just book a reading with me. This is my page, and these are my services. And love and light, and I see you in the next video. Take care of yourself, and just so you know, I will be doing these videos, and I'm also planning to do videos for you for the love, specifically for love, because I didn't do that. But this is more like a general reading. Love and light, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.